Good evening and welcome to our episode 48. As always, we will start with gratitude attitude. So, if you would please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you inhale, as you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, get all your muscles relaxed. Take one more deep breath. And this time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you are thankful for that happened in the past 1 week. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. Go a little bit deep. Find the true reason as opposed to a superficial one. And now, let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so if you're like most people, you are not able to maintain your meditation practice on a daily basis. Why is that? For the most part, motivation or lack thereof has a lot to do with it. I'm sure you think there is just not enough time in the day. But with motivation, time would never be an issue. So let's talk about motivation in detail today. It is one thing to discuss the motivation for meditation, but motivation is necessary for everything you want to do in life, right? How do you develop motivation? I read something interesting the other day. It really caught my eyes. When you set out to do something, whatever that may be, have you noticed that at times you are all ready to go and jump right into it until the task is complete? Other times, those things just stay on your task list and you keep postponing the task as long as you possibly can. Why is that? The root cause for this is a lack of motivation. So, next time you are set out to tackle a big item, do me a favor. Make a list of 25 reasons why you want to do something. You may say, why 25 reasons? Why can't I just have one reason? Isn't that enough? You can. But in my experience, the first few reasons tend to be superficial. They are usually what you're telling yourself or what you want people to believe. Once you start writing this down on a piece of paper, By the time you come to reason 15, 20, and 23, the real reason comes out. Your hopes and dreams, your enthusiasm will display themselves. Once these reasons show themselves, motivation naturally comes. There's no more reason to procrastinate because now you know exactly what it is that you're doing this for. So, when do you get motivated? This is another interesting part. Usually, you will notice that motivation comes once you begin a process. If you look at where a task tends to have difficulty, and think about even your business projects for this, it's usually in the beginning, having difficulty getting off the ground. And then towards the end, getting it to a finish line. In between, momentum tends to carry you all the way through. So when the task begins, we need motivation, and that is when the list of reasons comes in very handy. Once a task gets going and reaches the finish line, a lot of people wrap up before they get it to where they really wanted it to see. They call it good enough, right? It's 90% there. Hota hai, chalta hai, let's go. This is another place you need motivation. At this time, going back to those really deep reasons, reason 18, 20, 24, come in really handy. Once we get the boost of the motivation, getting it to the best possible end is just a matter of time and process. So now that we know how we can tackle obstacles, let's use this to overcome our lack of daily meditation practice. If you would make a list of why you want to meditate, again, at least have 25 reasons to meditate. Once you have developed that list, you will notice that I don't have time or that life gets in the way or I need to take care of my family. And all other superficial excuses will just melt away. In my experience, there's no such thing as not having time, right? It's just lack of importance we put on whatever that we are not doing. All that means, when we say, I don't have time, all that means is that it is not important enough for you to make a time. That's all, right? If it is important enough, you will make time. We all have the same amount of time. No one has 25 hours in a day. So let's make sure we put importance on our own peace of mind over the business of life. This is similar to the 4 quadrants we discussed a few episodes ago. We talked about urgent versus important. Let's not get urgency of life in the way of importance of keeping a peaceful mind. Think that through. Let's not get the urgency of life in the way of importance of keeping a peaceful mind. A peaceful mind will help us carry throughout the day. So hopefully you will get motivated to develop motivation for your meditation practice. So in today's meditation, as always, we will first settle down at our heart. And then let's try to imagine that our mind is this vast, bright, sunny sky. And our thoughts are clouds that come and go. We'll observe the thoughts that may come and disappear in this vast empty sky. We'll hold on to this clarity as long as we can. And if we get distracted, we'll use our MAC technique. Hopefully, you remember M stands for mindfulness. So we'll be mindful and keep an eye out for our distractions. A is for alertness. If we do get distracted, we'll be alert and bring ourselves back. And C is for concentration. We'll concentrate on peacefulness of our mind. So that's the idea. If you're ready, let's begin. So please get into a meditation posture. Sit in a cross-legged position if you can. If you are on a chair, just keep your legs straight. Make sure your back is straight, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. That way, any tension you may be carrying in your jaws will dissipate. Put your palms in your lap, right over left. Have your thumbs lightly touch each other. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax yourself. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, relax all your muscles. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath. Feel the cool air when you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention at your nostrils for a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts into light and disappears. Things that have not yet happened are not real anyway. So it is just this moment. Stay in this moment. Enjoy the peace this moment brings. Let it bring the next moment of peace. Imagine your mind is this vast blue empty sky. Thoughts are like clouds in the sky. They come and they go. Enjoy the blue sky. Be mindful about any thoughts they show up. When a thought arises, use your alertness to bring yourself back and concentrate on that peaceful mind. Just enjoy deep blue, empty sky. Be mindful of any thoughts that may pop up. Use your alertness to bring yourself back if you find yourself thinking. Concentrate on the peaceful nature of your mind. Enjoy the peace within you for the last minute or so on your own. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Okay. Any questions?
Neerav, you said write down those 25 things
Yes.
and that will help you motivate.
Yes.
And then why would that help?
So anytime we are doing something, right, we need a reason for why we are doing something. And that's what motivates us, right? Anything worth doing, we need some concrete reasons. And 1, 2, or 3 reasons usually are what I call superficial reasons, meaning we're just trying to convince ourselves, or we think that's what people want to hear. But as we keep writing, the real reason comes out as to why we are excited about something. And when that comes out, all of a sudden it becomes crystal clear. Why did you think about doing this to begin with? And that motivates us. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Sunam?
I have a follow-up question on that. So
Yeah.
what if we don't find enough reasons? Let's say if we get stuck at reason number 8 and can't go beyond that, is it going to actually demotivate us when we
Not
actually
really. All we need is reason to write those 25, Sunand, is to find that one which is really, or 1 or 2 or 3, which are really important to us, right? So if you think deep and hard, right, then you'll really start writing those. First 2 or 3 will just come without thinking, right? Boom, you just start writing down. But then you'll have to start thinking. You kind of, dig deeper, if you will, right? And that's when those reasons. I mean, 25 is just a number I pulled out of thin air, right? Some people call it 50, some people call it 10, whatever your case may be. The point is that the first few are not real reasons. But once you start digging deep, you don't need, let's say you get stuck with 8, right? You don't actually need all 8. You need 2 or 3 which are really, that's what I was doing all this thing for, right? Why do I go to San Francisco every 2 weeks, right? So then you start writing like, okay, that's where I started going, right? So sometimes when you're demotivated, it actually brings you out of that demotivation, if you will, right? Why the heck did I leave this nice job at Children's Hospital, right? And then you dig deeper and say, yeah, that's why I did it. Makes sense. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right.